Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about the lowest paying jobs in the United States today. The labor market, also known as the job market, is the supply and demand for labor, with employees providing the supply and employers providing the demand. And therefore it's an important part of any labor economics, as it's intrinsically linked to how much a job pays and what kind of goods and services are thus offered. But before we get into the core of this video, please do me a favor and hit the like button to show some support. And if for some reason you don't like anything in this video, just go ahead and drop me a comment and I will read it for sure. Even though we have seen reports of people quitting in masses this year, and you have seen this help wanted signs everywhere on streets, don't get deluded. The job market is more competitive than in any post-recession market, and it will accelerate the competition for jobs and salaries due to the accelerated pace in everything thanks to the technology. As a result, increasing pay is the simplest option for desperate employers, particularly those who can afford to boost their salary structures. It's not a surprise that job seekers always react positively to salary increase news, which improves the overall job application process. And the more appealing the pay, the more job applications there will be, inflating the entire hiring market. But ask what is not inflated today and you will not get an answer. So nonetheless, some jobs continue to be the lowest paid in the scoop, and pay raises do not help the worker. Anyways, if you want to stay in low-paying job, my advice to you is to raise your salary by at least 30.3%, because this is the amount that Glassdoor estimated that job market underpaid workers on average in the United States. So let's start the video with the lowest paying jobs in healthcare. With so much well-deserved praise from politicians and our society, this praise is not enough to keep the lights on. So emergency medical technicians, paramedics, certified nursing assistants, medical research assistants, and medical assistants, okay, these are different, okay, are all paid less than $40K per year. But what all these jobs have in common is the potential salary growth, which is incredible in my view, which is at least 15 to 25% per year. And it's too bad for those who work on these jobs every day, and hospitals should definitely reconsider their pay, because we don't want to wait for too long when we most need it. So the next lowest paying job on the list is pest control worker. It's not fun to have those little friends at home, but of course we don't want to share our home with those who are not so pleasing to us, and sorry for those who enjoy insects. The reason I added this position is because I once opened a suitcase while traveling across the US, and I rented a bad apartment which had no reviews, and I was shocked to see one morning several gigantic cockroaches inside my suitcase. So I let out the most restrained inside scream that I could possibly make, because I didn't want my family to be as horrified as I was. So pest control workers do the job that few of us want to do, and yet they're so poorly compensated. $40K divided by 12 installments. So I know there are many inexpensive ways to get rid of pests in your home, but not everyone can do it. And if you want to be a pest controller, just demand a higher salary for your work, because it's worth it. So next on the list are poor customer service representatives. They're literally poor. Whenever I call Walmart with my well-founded complaints, the first thing that I try to avoid is directing my rage at the innocent customer service rep who have nothing or little to do with the company's policy or the way the company handles delivery or whatever the issue is. I believe that in the future we will all be grateful to someone simply for picking up the phone. So even after 45 minutes of waiting in line, customer reps on average are paid $14 per hour, and for this pay, I think we just need to say, "Hi, thank you for being with me at this difficult moment. I really appreciate you," and hang up the phone. So the next low paid people on the list are teachers. In including childcare workers, preschool teachers, high school teachers, and all kinds of teachers out there and tutors. It's not a surprise that instead of being in education, people who can really teach switch to trainings and business coaching or whatever education professional they become just to get paid at least $70K per year. So high school teachers talk about professional disappearance, and with this ongoing pandemic chaos, a lot of teachers refuse to return to school despite what the government is doing with safety measures and vaccination. And all of this comes with a median salary of $58K. As for the childcare workers, like teachers, they work in a broken value system with an average full-time annual income of being around $26K before taxes. And I believe that working as a nanny for a well-to-do family would earn you more money considering you love kids, you love teaching, you want to work longer with the same employer, and you want to have a leverage on your employer considering that America is witnessing more self-made millionaires and billionaires if you follow stories from CNBC Make It. So there are a lot of families who can afford a well-educated nanny for sure. The next low-paid professionals are cooks and food prep service workers. So let's face it, unless you work for a lavish restaurant run by the well-paid celebrity chef, people preparing your meal probably don't make enough money to eat out on a regular basis. So restaurant cooks who are responsible not only for making our meal tasty, but also for preparing them safely, earn on average $29K per year. Fast food chain cooks are easily replaceable because the menu is standard and few customers will remember where they purchased a delicious burger. The main idea here is to focus on your career prospects and understand where a particular career path will lead you if you continue to work in this field. Consider my advice if you love cooking, start a YouTube channel. Psychologists are next on the list, which may surprise you given how important psychology is now with this increased focus on mental health and people's well-being. However, the scope of psychology as a career is vast, and psychology graduates are paid differently as well. So graduates with psychology degree typically begin with a low-paying and exhausting job such as working in social services, working as drug abuse counselors, or in criminal justice. Although a degree in psychology will teach you valuable skills and make you employable in a variety of fields, anything unrelated to patient's care is paid significantly less than what you could earn. So should you then avoid these positions? Of course not. It could be your ticket into the magical world of psychology, and you could become a very well-paid professional wherever you live if you continue for the love of this profession. Home health and personal care aides who assist the elderly and disabled are next on the list of the lowest paid jobs. It's clear that service as general housekeeping, meal preparation, and errand running are not considered valuable. So again, when you consider the amount of time you have to spend next to the person in need, being on call 24/7, this job remains one of the most unappealing on the labor market. So the same is true for nursing assistants who earn median salary of $32K. If you don't ever want to be caught working on a dead-end job, avoid any unskilled menial jobs where the pay is low and the hours are long that require you to stay on the job with no career or personal development on the line. So, and with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Also make sure before you forget, just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because it will not cost you anything, but will help you a lot instead. And this will help me share my thoughts about work-related topics that really matter. I love you guys so much. Till the next time, bye.